Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are here today in Greyfriars Kirkyard, Edinburgh, which is very busy. We have tours going on at the moment. So first of all, I'm going to take you over here to see the grave of Greyfriars Bobby, the famous dog in the cemetery here. And here we have Greyfriars Bobby, who died the 14th of January 1872, aged 16 years. Let his loyalty and devotion be a lesson to us all. So, we all know the story, I suppose, about Greyfriars Bobby and his master John Gray. So John Gray was a policeman here in Edinburgh. And back in the day, they called the police the Bobbies who were on the beat. So he called the dog Bobby. So I believe John is buried here in Greyfriars, and I will go and try and find his grave as well. So Bobby used to sit on the grave of his master when he passed away for 14 years, until Bobby died himself. He mourned his master. So of course I will be going to the Mausoleum of George Mckenzie as well, known as Bloody Mckenzie. Very macabre looking grave monuments here. Look at this. Wow, that is cool. A skeleton. And we have the skull and crossbones underneath. So I suppose we'll keep going and walk around and see what we can see in Greyfriars. And some of these look like they're locked up, so we'll try and have a look through these bars. Wow, look at this. We have a guy lying on his side, having a little rest. And there's actually statues up on top there as well. So we'll go and have a look at the Mausoleum of George Mckenzie, known as Bloody Mckenzie. And he was responsible for the executions of lots of Covenanters. And Covenanters would have been people who would have been going against the king. And some say that George Mckenzie, you know, he was known as Bloody Mckenzie, but I think he was just going by orders of the king at the time. If he was told to kill these people, he had to do it. Or maybe be killed himself, who knows. So we'll go and have a look at his mausoleum now. Now, back in the late 1990s, a homeless man apparently went into George Mackenzie's mausoleum looking for shelter and fell down through the crypt area and landed on top of his coffin. And then we have other stories of two teenagers who actually got around the back of the mausoleum and down through one of those vents into the coffins, stole a skull from the mausoleum, and when the police arrived, they were right here playing football with the skull. So I'm going to have a look inside his mausoleum here, George Mckenzie. And people say that when they visit his mausoleum, people have been scratched, scraped, bitten, all sorts. A lot of poltergeist activity going on at this mausoleum. Now, I have been here at night time and done a little recording here at the door when it was dark. And I think I did pick up a voice inside the mausoleum.
George Mckenzie, are you there? If you are, speak on this phone.
Right, so let's have a look inside Mr. Mackenzie's mausoleum and hope that he doesn't scratch or scrape. So there we can see the crypt cover there that goes down to the coffins where that homeless guy would have fell down there. So Mr. Mckenzie, if you're here, leave a voice or say something on this phone. And if anybody on the video that's watching this hears anything, let me know in the comments below. So it is spooky in there, guys. Very, very spooky. It's kind of hard to see. Right, so there we go, guys. There is the mausoleum of George Mckenzie, Bloody Mckenzie, and hopefully we'll pick something up on the video. So a lot of them seem to be the same layout. And there's the old prison in the background, the Covenanters prison. So this is the final resting place here of William Adam, architect, who was born in 1689 and died in 1748. And we have Mary, his wife, who was also buried there. But look at that design work at the bottom. We can see a temple and another building there as well on the left. A beautiful resting place in there. So I think the group is gone now, so I am going to go over and show you the mort safes. There was a large group there doing a tour earlier. So we have seen mort safes before, and we know what they were used for, to prevent body snatching. Back in the day, bodies were stolen from cemeteries, sold for anatomy, for students to practice on. So this is an example here of a mort safe at Greyfriars Kirkyard. Digging up bodies for sale. And we have another one here. They're not going to steal any bodies from that anyway, I can tell you that. Look at the size of that. That is a big one. I have found a big mort safe in Northern Ireland in an old graveyard, which will be bigger than this one, but I think the name on that is something like Margaret. So I found the grave here of Greyfriars Bobby's master, John Gray, who's buried here. So John apparently arrived in the Greyfriars district of Edinburgh, Scotland in 1850, about the age of 40, where he settled with his wife and son. He was a gardener by trade. There was no work for him in the city, so he joined the Edinburgh police force as constable, serving as a night watchman in 1856. He acquired a watchdog in the form of a Skye Terrier, whom he called Bobby. The pair walked the beat together, ate together, and became a well-known sight. Early in 1858, John was treated by police surgeon Dr. Littlejohn for tuberculosis. Within weeks, he succumbed to the disease and was buried in Greyfriars Kirkyard here. Bobby walked in the procession and was seen at the burial. Bobby seemed unable to tear himself away from his master and took up position on John's grave. Bobby refused to be coaxed away from the grave for any length of time, and despite the best efforts of Gray's family and the Kirkyard caretaker, Bobby remained in his position on the grave of his master for the next 14 years. His vigil only ended with his death. So John Gray died in 1858. Old Jock, master of Greyfriars Bobby, and even in his ashes most beloved. Erected by American lovers of Bobby. So there you go, guys. That is Greyfriars Bobby's master. And just beside that, I just spotted here, James Brown Sexton died in 1868. Friend to Greyfriars Bobby lies near here. Right, so we're going to continue and see what else we can find here. So there's bottles in there. I wonder are people drinking in there as well. Wow, look at this. There we have the hourglass, the skull and crossbones. We have a hand ring and a bell. 1617 is the date. On top of that, very, very old. Wow. Wow, look at all the stuff on this. Look at that, all those skulls. We have fruit up there, skulls. And down the bottom here, this haunting looking face. (1626) is the date on this tomb. Death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Two angels flying either side. And more skulls. So Greyfriars here is beautiful. And I hope you're enjoying the video so far. And if you like this stuff, hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. And let's see what else we can find. This is sacred to the memory of the Right Honourable Lady Catherine Paulet, daughter of His Grace Henry, Duke of Bolton and spouse of Adam Drummond, Esquire. I think this is the one, or is it? I'm looking for one, a very cool looking grave monument. Wow, look at this. And that has completely worn away the inscription. So this is the tomb of John Bain. Wow, look at that. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? Wearing his cloak. And you have the skulls and crossbones either side. Very, very cool. I actually think that was the one I was looking for. I've seen photos of it, but I wasn't sure. Now this is a burial vault. It's the burial vault of the Trotters. This vault was built by John Trotter, Esquire in 1709. I'm just wondering, would I see anything in there, guys? I don't know if I would. Wow, look at in there. Oh, the detail on this one is super. And I hope you can see this up there. Look at that, winged angels. All that detail and work that's in that. Super, super stuff. Really is. I'm hoping I can get a date on this. I actually think this might be even 1600s. I can see a 6.5 there, but I'm not sure if that's something like 1665. So let's keep moving. It is busy here today. A lot of people. All wanting to get a piece of Greyfriars like myself and see the beauties it has. You can see the guy on the left here with the beard and the skulls. This must have cost a small fortune to complete. Super. And that is missing the head statue there. So everywhere you go, there's really these memento mori, I suppose. Beautiful stonework and these grave monuments. So there is a date on the side of it here, and we can see 1672. So I was kind of thinking it was around 1600s, those ones. The angel of death here, I think. The skull and the wings, the hourglass. So this looks like to me here it's a tomb, burial vault. And on the side of the vault here we have the skull and crossbones. More bones here. And we can see the roof just there. So let's have a look at the front part. We probably won't see anything in there, guys. We'll have a look and see. And there is a name down there. It's John Gordon, Esquire. That plaque just on the back of the wall. So the coffins will be all underneath. And usually when you come across vaults, the coffins will be just placed inside there. Let's have a look at this one. This is sacred to the memory of James Chalmers, Esquire, erected by his son Thomas, 1675, and revised by William Wilson, Esquire, 1834. Look at that for more stonework. Beautiful. Angels.
I say we that side. I say we just. It's great. We won't put it, but it's very good. Let's go connect to
Very nice. And all these very elaborate ones seem to be up along the side wall of Greyfriars Cemetery. This is the grave of Elizabeth Patton. And we have a 1676, age 40 years old. That is huge. I say that's about 20 feet tall, 30 feet tall. And if I can zoom in and show you the middle part, look at that demon looking thing with the mouth opened. I'm sure we're going to find more and more of this kind of stuff. Wow, look at the detail on this one. You have a skeleton in the middle, skulls, some form of a ball at the bottom. I don't know what that represents. But to get a date on this might be difficult. I can't actually see a date there. But I'm presuming this is 1600s also. This is to the memory of the Honourable Edwin Lindsay. Right guys, so I think I'm going to finish up here in Greyfriars Cemetery here in Edinburgh. I hope you enjoyed the walk and the beautiful grave monuments that are here. So if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. So I am finished up here in Edinburgh. I enjoyed the tour. I have lots of videos to come from the Scottish borders, etc. Very interesting finds there. So until the next time and the next adventure, take care guys.